All right, first of all, how do you pronounce your last name?
My last name is Renee. So my name is Renee Ahdieh.
Ahdieh.
So it's like the A in apple.
Oh, okay. It's like an actual, like, almost like an expression, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It does sound like that. It's Farsi for keeper of the covenant.
Oh, okay.
I married a Persian man, so yeah.
Cool. Okay, and is this your first time here at Comic Con?
This is my first Comic Con.
How has it been?
This is crazy. But good crazy.
Yeah, a little overwhelming sometimes.
But it's so great. There's so many things to see, and I just love to see people so passionate.
Yeah.
And being just free to be passionate about it, because I feel like that's a luxury only afforded to kids.
I know.
Usually.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get excited about something and love something, there's a place like to keep flag flies.
I know, exactly. You know, it was weird because, you know, before years ago, I've been going for years, but years ago, you know, people would laugh at people who dressed up and stuff like that, but now it's like this thing.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, and like people are proud to dress up now and stuff, where before it was like, I don't know.
I saw this adorable couple. They were both dressed as, like, one was Captain Picard from Star Trek, and then his wife was dressed too, and it was the cutest thing. They were going around, people were taking pictures with them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, first of all, regarding The Wrath and the Dawn, I have some questions from other co-writers here. What was your favorite scene to write?
My favorite scene to write is probably, it happens midway through the book, and it is a chase scene through the souk, and souk is like sort of their open-air market. And I based it on the open-air market in Cairo, Egypt. It's been there for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. It's called Khan el-Khalili. And whenever I was there, it was this amazing experience because they have all of these spices that are out, like vividly colored spices. They're selling food, people are yelling at you, and they're trying to get your attention. All this dried fruit everywhere, and then you have it, and it seems so old world because you walk by and there are people who are selling like actual lamps and stuff like that, and beautiful things. And so I wanted to harken back to that and make that sensory experience that I experience come back onto the page. And it's a chase scene that ends with a sword fight and a kiss. Ooh. And so I loved writing the scene. I won't say the kisses between you, to read the book for that, but
okay, great. Do you think Khalid was being selfish when you refused to sacrifice Shazi, or does love trump everything else?
So I do believe that in this situation love does triumph, but at the same time I do think it was selfish, and I think he knows it's selfish. But it's funny, I wanted to make characters in this book that didn't necessarily exist in worlds of white and black, like a world of white and black. I wanted them to exist sort of in a morally gray area. So, and Khalid kind of epitomizes that morally gray area for the entirety of the book, so it kind of is fitting for him to make that decision after like letting everybody else rule him for a long time. I don't want to spoil a lot.
That's okay. I will read it eventually.
Your shirt is amazing, Rose.
Oh, thanks. Now, so this is a retelling of 1001 Nights. What was the hardest part of developing it into a young adult story?
Probably not making it as so I read two different versions of 1001 Nights. I read the one that everybody was very familiar with, the Sir Richard Burton one, but I also read one that was translated by Hussein Hamdawi, and he translated it directly from the Arabic.
Oh, okay.
And I think because the original stories are actually very gory, and they have a lot of violence in them, and some things that happen that may not necessarily be appropriate for a younger audience. So I think taking those elements and taking what was essential about the narrative and making it appropriate for a young adult audience was probably one of my biggest struggles. And the other one I would say was just taking something so well beloved and doing a rewrite of it. My agent gave me really good advice early on. She was like, you need to take what you love about it and just make it your own. Don't stick to the subject matter. Don't, feel like you need to be married to a certain way that this story goes. And,
Cool. Okay, and so what can you tell us about book 2 of the series, A Rose and a Dagger?
I can tell you that I think it's coming out summer 2016. I've seen the cover and it is gorgeous. Like, this may be, I shouldn't say this, I think I might like it more than the cover of The Wrath of the Dawn.
Oh, wow.
The cover of The Wrath of the Dawn is beautiful. There will be some more kissing, there will be some more eggs, there might even be a magic carpet ride or two. So.
Ooh! Yay! Okay, and Eh. What? Okay, so if you weren't a writer, what do you think you'd be doing?
Trying to be a writer.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I had another job before I did this, but now that I'm a writer, I couldn't see myself doing anything else. It's like going in after, it's like, I liken it to going to a store and trying on a bunch of jeans. Some of them work, they're fine, they serve their purpose, but then when you put on a pair of jeans that just fits you great,
Yeah.
it's like, I never want to take these off, and that's how I feel right now, so.
Cool. What? Okay, so now that you do write and you do read, what are you reading like right now, and what books have influenced your writing?
So the books that influence my writing are probably books like books by Christian Shore, Robin McKinley, Tamora Pierce.
Okay.
I'm a big fantasy reader. He's a great fantasy too. So what I'm reading now, you mentioned it earlier, I love Sabatier's Another in the Ashes. I'm a huge fan of Marie Rakowski's The Winner's Trilogy.
Okay.
I think those are beautiful books. Again, I need to read more content books because I tend to only read the fantasy books. So yeah.
That's fine with them. I don't mind that at all. Okay, and 5 quick questions, or maybe 4. First of all, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Early bird or night owl?
Night Owl.
Gosh, I forgot the other one. Anyway, if you could control earth, air, fire, water, which one would you choose?
Fire.
And why?
Okay, so whenever you started that question, immediately I thought about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm a huge fan of that show. And I'm so Fire Nation, and I love Zuko so much.
Yeah.
So, and also I like the idea of controlling something that's almost uncontrollable. Because and I like the idea of the warmth that comes with fire, the ability to cook with it, because I love to cook and I love to eat, so it's one of my hobbies. So that, I really enjoy that, and I like that idea. Second to that, I like the idea of flying, so the air.
Yeah.
But I think beyond anything, I would want to control fire. I just think that's great. Hopefully it would work in like the Airbender world too, and I could control lightning, which would be amazing, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like, yay, got both. And if you could meet any literary character, which one would you want to meet?
oh my goodness. I guess I would have to say like Scheherazade, because I based the story off of her, and also I was a huge fan of Anne of Green Gables growing up.
Oh, okay.
So, and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two.
Okay, well, that's it.